Oh, hey there! Congratulations! You just found your way to the best gaming channel on YouTube. Because on our channel, we play every day! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Double Dragon Gaming. On today's episode, we're going to play a game called Echo VR, available on the Oculus Rift and now very recently released on the Oculus Quest. So this was a video, a game that I did, a video way back, and the video was really long and I really didn't feel like I did the game justice in that video. It was just really long, and I mean, it got views and it was alright, but I figured I wanted to, since I've been playing it a lot more now, I wanted to come back to this game and show you why I think it's so great. Echo VR has two things happening in the game. You've got, just real quick, you've got Echo Arena and you've got Echo Combat. With Echo Arena, it's more of like a sport where you've got two teams of 3 or 4 trying to score goals on one another with a disc. It's kind of like a frisbee. This is like a zero-G experience where you're floating around and using thrusters on your arms and on your back to kind of fly around, and you've got two teams competing to score goals. And then the other one is Echo Combat, which I'm going to do a video at a later date on Echo Combat. It's exactly that. It's competitive, where you're shooting like guns at one another, and there's different game types available in Echo Combat. But we'll go into that in a different video. For this video, I wanted to focus purely on Echo Arena. I really love Echo Arena, and I wanted to show you guys why I think it's so great. So I played over the past week a whole bunch, and I'm going to show you 3 or 4 of my favorite matches, or the best ones that I experienced. And for this video, I'm going to do it a little bit differently, actually. So I've already shot the gameplay and already played the games and everything. So I'm actually going to now watch with you and do some commenting on what I thought was cool, maybe what wasn't so great, and just to make it a little bit different. And you know, when you're playing the game, it's kind of hard to talk to the audience. I'm really, focused on the game. So this is going to be a different way of doing it, so I thought it would be pretty cool. So let's get the video started. We're going to play Echo Arena on the Oculus Rift. Let's do it. Okay guys, here we are in Echo VR. We are currently in the lobby of Echo VR. This is where you can kind of just fool around, talk to different people. You can choose Arena or Combat. I just chose Arena, obviously, because that's what we're doing today. So now I'm heading into the training area for Echo Arena. This is where you can practice throwing goals. The goal is right there. You can shoot the disc at the goal. You can practice against people trying to save the disc and shooting goals on the disc. I didn't spend any time in here. I'm jumping right into my match now. So I did this match like a week or 2 ago. This is probably the first game I played that day, and it went okay. It wasn't like the best game I ever had or anything, but it was worth showing. So what can I tell you about Echo VR while we wait here? So Echo VR originally came to the Oculus Rift on July 20th, 2017. Right, so the first time it ever dropped was on the Rift on July 20th, 2017. Now recently it came to the Quest on March 31st, 2020. So it just popped on the Quest, which is a great thing, right? I thought it would be awesome now that this game is more available to more people, because a lot of people don't have a Rift or a Rift S, but the Quest is pretty popular, and some people have that. So I just thought it would be a good thing to bring more users to the game, right? So right now I'm on my side of the arena. I'm just trying to guard the goal, and I just saved that disc from going into the goal. Nice save. Alright, so the game just dropped on the Quest, and I thought it was going to be a good thing because I wanted more people in the game, because oftentimes, looks like we just scored here, very nice, oftentimes, before it came on the Quest, as of late, like in the late 2019, early 2020, you would wait sometimes for a long period of time for a game to start, right? So oftentimes I would be in the lobby just waiting for a game. So I'm thinking, all right, so if it comes on the Quest, that would be a good thing because now maybe the wait times wouldn't be so long. I just cleared the disc out of our area. Very nice. Obviously, I'm on the red team, red versus blue. So, the long story short, what I'm trying to get to here is the game being on the Quest has brought a lot of kids into the game.
Right under you.
So it's kind of been like a good and a bad thing. Now I don't have to wait so long for games, and there are more people to play with, but a lot of them are children, and they're kind of ruining the experience. I've had so many games where I'm playing, and they're yelling and screaming and saying stupid stuff, and so it's kind of in a way ruined the game. Not ruined the game because the game is still awesome and it's still fun no matter what. I mean, I'll play against anybody. You just gotta have to mute them and stuff. But so it just dropped on the Quest not too long ago, which is kind of why I'm doing this video now because I mean, obviously it's been out for a few months on the Quest, but I've been starting to play it a lot more now. Because I've been playing it since it released. I'm actually level 50 now. I just got to 50 not too long ago. And I just scored. Very nice.
Well done.
Very nice. Very satisfying experience when you score a goal. There's so many different ways to do it. You can bank shot it off the back wall. You can do trick shots off the ceiling. You can slam dunk it. You can throw 3-pointers. What I'm really trying to get at here, and I'm just going to spoil this because I know a lot of people aren't going to watch this whole thing. You know, the caption of the video is this the best competitive multiplayer game I've ever played? And for me, it absolutely is. This is one of the best experiences I've ever had in a multiplayer game, in a competitive game setting. I really feel like I'm playing a sport in my living room. I've been saying that for a long time, and I tried to do another video. I did a video like a year ago, or not that long ago, maybe like 6 months, 8 months ago, for this game, where I was trying to explain why I liked it. I just didn't feel like I did the game justice. You know, in that video, it was I tried to cover both Echo Arena and Echo Combat, but my point in that video was that this is, for me, the best competitive multiplayer game I've ever played, and it really is. There's a lot to the game that's going on here, but the important things that you got to know is like grabbing off of people and throwing yourself. Launching off of people is how you can really gain speed and how you can move around quickly in the game. So let me shut up for a minute and let's just actually watch for a minute. So you got to punch people in the face, you know, to stun them, to slow them down. So that's one facet of the game. This is me just trying to clear the disc out of our area. So now this is what I'm doing. I'm launching off of them, gain some speed.
Guys, come on and step.
Yeah. Give him time, give him time.
No! That was that baseball. I couldn't. Don't let that was the goal for me.
A lot of confusion going on right now.
Throw it down, throw it down.
I'm looking for a pass. He didn't pass it to me.
Dude, you should have passed it to me.
Would have been nice if you passed it to me. I would have been wide open.
Not good, not good.
Oh,
what a shot.
And they just scored on us. So again, for me, this is one of the best competitive multiplayer game experiences I've ever been a part of. You really have to communicate with your teammates to accomplish things like scoring goals, passing to one another, stopping the other team. It really feels like a sport like hockey or basketball or any kind of competitive, you know, team sport.
Walk it in, walk it in.
Oh, nice save on their end.
nice save, nice save.
And oftentimes what happens for me, and it happens all the
inches
time,
away from the disc.
is I'll launch myself towards the disc and I come this close to grabbing it and I
Just
miss
clear
it.
it
You know,
out.
it's a
Clear
very
it out.
frustrating. It can be
Clear it.
frustrating. The
Get
rid
learning
of it.
curve is, you know, it's tough to learn the
Get
game.
rid of it, dude.
It's especially difficult now to just start playing this game.
Yeah, well done.
To be a level 1
Right to you.
and to just start out now after all this time has gone by where the game has been around. You've got so
Leave
many
it,
people
leave it,
who've been
leave it,
playing
leave
this
it.
game a lot. And, you know, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about, the level system. So apparently, from what I've heard, you've got levels 1 through 50, and depending on what level you are, will determine who you play with, what levels you play with.
Than there currently are.
So looks like we won the game.
For some reason, I never get level 50s on my team.
I had 3
It
level
was
50s on my
they got
team
3
last
points,
night.
we got 4, so we won. Very nice.
This kid just said
Depending on what level you are, will determine who you play with. And I think, like, from what I've heard, and I'm not sure if this is true or not, if I'm even being accurate or not, but if you're like a level 20 through 30 or 20 through 40, that's when like it's the most difficult for you, or maybe 15 through 30, I forget what it was. But once you get to a certain point, it'll start putting you with level 50s, upper level players who it becomes difficult. But when you're starting out, when you're 1 through 15 or 1 through 20, you should be getting some reasonably decent matches where you're placed with people kind of in your skill level. And so what I try to do most of the time, get that disc. I try to cover the goal, because when you're playing with just whoever, you never know if you're going to have somebody on your team who's going to cover the goal and protect it. And I saved it again. Nice save. See, look, if I didn't do that just then, they would have scored. So me personally, when I play, I always try to be the goalie, because I don't know if I'm ever going to be put with people who are going to protect the goal. So I assume that role. And when you assume that role, it's hard to get MVP, because, I mean, it's not, well, maybe not, because you do get saves. Like if you save the goal, save the disc from going in the goal, you'll get points for that. And I think that actually means more in terms of getting MVP. Because I want to get
Get it in
MVP.
there,
That's
get it
what
in there, bud.
that's my
Come
goal.
on.
Is I want to
Get it
get
in
MVP. But sometimes it feels like, oh, if I'm the goalie, how am I going to score goals? And I scored again. Nice. Nice. See how I banked it off the wall there? So there's different ways to kind of fake out the goalie. Instead of just firing it right at the goal, you want to try and bounce it off the back.
I'm guessing the kid goes is being defense.
And so what I'm doing is when the match starts, you just want to hold on to the person that's holding on to the ring, and then you launch yourself off them at the right time to get some speed out of the gate.
Alright, I'm going up nest or island, bro. You choose. I'm gonna match shield right now. Yo.
Ooh,
I don't understand.
I almost had that.
This is a fucking team sport.
Here's the team sport.
I tried to throw it to what was that?
So he just tried to throw it, I guess. I don't know what he tried to do there.
Nest. Oh no! Fuck! You, May. I told you this twice, and you've done the same fucking thing.
Alright, so they just cleared it out. Very nice. So just reiterating, I mean, this is a team sport. It really is a sport. To me, it is. It's a zero gravity kind of game where you're flying around. You can pretty much grab anything and launch yourself off of the walls. You can launch yourself off of any object you see, other people. You can slap the disc. You can grab the disc. You can throw it slow, medium, fast. All those little boxes you see are handholds, places you can grab onto. And you really want to try to gauge the situation. So like, it didn't happen just then, but like if we were about to score a goal and I was in a position to stun the goalie, if there was a guy guarding the goal, you know, and I see one of my guys coming at the goal, it might be a good idea for me to rush the goalie and try and stun him so one of my allies, one of my teammates can throw the goal, the disc in the goal.
Blue team takes possession.
Alright. You should be clear. Who's fucking
There's a guy fucking. You don't
Here, watch out.
Now I'm trying to guard the goal again.
I'm going right.
I think I'm going to get scored on here. Oh, nope. Wow, I saved it again. So that's a very satisfying experience too. When somebody tries to score on you and you're able to save it like that, it's a big deal. It really is an important thing to do, and that's like one of my main objectives. Obviously, we want to score goals, but for me, it's more important to save. If I can stop them from scoring, that's probably the most important thing to do.
Get that!
A good offense is always a strong defense. But sometimes I leave the goal, and when that happens, oh, he almost scored. He had a wide open goal. He just blew it. Oh, they got it in.
I was just high for going on the goal.
And I can see right now I'm very frustrated.
I'm gonna go right.
No, don't stay in goal. We're on offense.
Nope, I got full.
And that's the other thing that I always try to be quarterback. That's the other. All right, so I was saying earlier that like when I try to be goalie primarily, I find it harder to get MVP. But I'm also primarily trying to be the quarterback, which means that I'm holding onto the ring and I'm firing out of the gate, and I'm always grabbing the disc first. So if I'm always grabbing the disc first and throwing it to one of my teammates, it makes it harder for me to score goals that way, because it just is. If you're always quarterback, and one of your teammates that you pass it to, scores right away, that kind of eliminates your chances for scoring goals. But again, that's how I play the game. I'm always trying to be goalie, and I'm always trying to be quarterback.
Finish it, dude.
When I'm playing with random teams.
Nice.
Looks like we're going into overtime. All right, so the game was tied at the end of the actual match. Now we're in OT.
I said 0 for blue.
What am I doing? Just not the way.
Go two.
Yeah.
Regrab. Open. You know how to regrab?
Now I'm doing it the old school way. Typically, when the game first came out, everybody was starting at the lead ring to launch out of the gate. Now people tend to stay back, because if you time it right, you can actually get out of the gate faster that way. Oop! I missed.
Wait, there's a camper.
It's right to you, bro. Right behind you.
God damn it!
I'm up above.
And I think we're really screwing this up.
It technically wasn't
Get
him,
him! Ooh, nice save. This could be mine. If I remember correctly, I think I blow this completely. Maybe not. I had the opportunity to just grab it and score, but I missed. Bitch. Ooh, almost had it. And I lost it.
Terrible.
You got it, dude. Go for it. No, what are you doing?
No.
Right here.
God, are you kidding me?
Let's regrab.
How did you
Get that, you trick freaking yeah, do it. Slam dunk it, do a backflip. Yeah.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, dude. I don't like that we won just because you did that. That's kind of
Yeah.
So we lost that match. They got lucky on that one. There was somebody just kind of hanging back and just kind of just floated that way, and they scored. Sometimes it's luck of the draw that way.
You're so fat, Sauce.
And this is kind of what I'm talking about. You've got some children in here
You're garbage.
that are saying just dumb shit. I mean, they're just.
Said.
But when you play with random people, this is kind of how it goes. It's a roll of the dice. However, for those of you that really get into this game and really want to play this a lot and get good at it, there are leagues that you can play in. So some more serious matches that are actually a lot of fun. I have not participated, but I have watched them, and that's how serious this game has gotten. That there are actual league matches now that are you're playing with people that you know, and a more coordinated event. And it's a lot of fun. I wish I had time to participate. And I wish I was good enough to participate, but I'm really not. I'm a casual player. I play periodically, and I don't live and breathe just this game. I play, as you know, a variety of different games, and for that reason and time constraints and everything like that, I'm never gonna really get the chance to participate in tournaments.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm so sorry.
Come on. So now I'm trying to figure out what do I do with this? What do I do? And it was a smart move to toss it that way. I got nailed. Also, I apologize for this line on the side of the screen here. I don't know why that is, why that happened.
Yeah, I knew I was gonna
Looks
miss
like we
it,
scored.
but I didn't for some reason. Doing his best.
See? Under? Uh-oh.
So like I said, as you can see, I always try to get to the ring first, and I always try to guard the goal right out of the gate.
I can try to get that.
I am the worst at throwing it
with
like
the
that.
disc.
Oh, that was a straight pass to you. That's totally not my fault. Oh, you're
You're
bull.
right. Oh, I was gonna throw it to you, but I didn't see him coming in.
Oh, he got that. Oh, top?
Right down here, right
Now there
down
are some people who just permanently sit in the goal. That's their role, and that's what they do. They're permanent goalies, and that's not how I like to play the game.
Right.
I try to judge when to leave the goal.
Nice. I got that.
Yes, but if you can.
Oh, what? It went through me. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to. No, don't grab that. That's yours.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
A layup.
Bro,
I got a layup.
what is
There's a nice easy lay-in.
It's like an alley.
So we're watching this. Obviously, you're watching this on your television screen or whatever, your laptop screen, or your phone.
Okay,
If you've never played, a VR game, if you've never put a VR headset
the
on,
wrong person.
you know, this doesn't really do the game justice. I mean, it can't. When you put that headset on, you feel like you are in the arena. You know, you really feel immersed in the game. That's the other reason why this game is special, and any kind of VR game like this is special. That's why this game wins for me in the sense of being one of the best competitive multiplayer games I've ever experienced, because it's not just how do I explain it?
We got it.
Because it's a VR game, because it's a good virtual reality game, done well. It's not perfect, you know. It's obviously not
I'm gonna try to slap that. Okay,
absolutely perfect yet. The technology is not perfect yet. I still play on the looks like they scored on us. I still play on the Oculus Rift CV1, and I have it here,
Nice shot.
right here. So this is the original Oculus Rift CV1.
Left touch?
I don't have the Rift S,
Wait,
and I don't have the Quest. But for me, this still does just fine. I have no reason right now to upgrade. It still works really good for me. I still really enjoy it. Nice. And I think somehow I just got I must have grabbed the disc right as it was entering the goal, so I got the points for that.
Yeah, I'm happy to come to my lobby that I wanted to get into. Don't get into a lot of
Okay. I'm stepping on my cord. All right, so I just said how I'm stepping on my cord. So I do envy people with the Quest. Not having the cord to get tripped up with is a huge benefit. Oh, I missed that by that much, dude. Oh man, I can tell I'm very frustrated with that.
Put the ice cream on.
That slipped right by me. That was another opportunity that I could have saved a goal, but I missed it.
I bought 2 of them.
That sucks.
So you also have to be careful when you're quarterbacking. If you're gonna do that, because sometimes if you're playing against really good people, they can fly over to you so fast and take the disc right out of your hands. So sometimes you have to gauge who you're playing against, see how fast they're coming at you, and know when to get rid of that thing. Because if you're too slow, and it happens to me a lot, they'll get over there so fast that they just take it and score.
I don't know, babe. That sucked. Bought it. Whatever.
Oh, nice
It's just
headbutt.
careless.
And clear it. It was a slow clear, but it worked.
I'm sorry.
Friendly regret.
Always got to watch your back. Somebody was right on me, and I managed to stun them. And if you're really attuned in the game and you're really paying attention, you can actually hear when somebody grabs onto you, so you know.
I guess it has to be in the deep, man. Well, that sucks.
It's culture.
So I tried to just kind of pass it up because I knew I was going to be attacked immediately. Didn't work out. Didn't really have any options where to pass it to.
I was going to say, like, how you trying to make a wish? Or like, no, really. Yo, make a wish.
Right here.
I'm slapping it. Where'd it go? I slapped it.
I'm on this one. Yeah, we lost.
I got reflections. I don't got reflections.
That was game over. We win. Very nice. Another victory. And look at that, I got MVP.
Finally.
Or you boss. Can I ding the bell, please, since I won? And then I'll like.
Finally got MVP.
With you before.
It's only been like 15 games. I didn't even
Very
do that.
excited. I got 4 points, 1 assist, 1 save, some
I remember
stuns.
saying, probably like scored like a really insane shot, and I'm like, oh, this kid.
Got long arms guy over there.
I remember that.
Okay, so I know the video's been pretty long at this point, but I wanted to show you one last match. This is the final match, and this is probably one of the most intense matches I have ever played. This one's a long one. If you've seen enough at this point, feel free to move on, but this was a match that went on for a little while. It was really intense, and I figured I would close with this because it was crazy. Trying to think if there's anything else I need to tell you guys about the game.
It's clear. Watch out.
I don't know if this is actually going to work out so well because, you know, you've got me talking in the game and I'm talking to you now, and you've got other people talking and the sound of the side effects of the game and stuff. But I thought this would be a better way for me to present the game to you, because when I'm playing the game, it's kind of hard to, you know, I can't play and try to explain things and they're going to hear me and...
They caught it.
Sorry, teammate. My bad. We're off.
Thanks.
Red. Down.
So essentially in this match,
Down.
we are pretty much evenly matched. Both teams and the players on both teams are very evenly matched. We go back and forth a lot.
If that didn't hit, it probably would have went in, not gonna lie.
Surprised that guy didn't punch me just then. Or am I on blue?
Ouch.
Oh, I'm on blue.
Got one on me?
Dude, why'd you stop? I could have beaten to it. Didn't stop.
No.
Because one of their players is right every time they grab it.
Oh, look at that save. Wow. Sometimes bang shotting it off the back wall doesn't work. These guys are so good that they're ready for that.
Nice clear.
And I do believe that there's one opportunity in this game that I totally blow it and I had the opportunity to score. I don't know if it already happened, but I missed my chance and I would have won the game for us. I think it happens earlier on. I don't know if it already happened.
Go.
This might be it. This is it. This is my chance right here to finish it right now and win the game. I don't know what just happened. What happened? Did I hit the... I think I hit the rim. Yep. Oh, and then I had another chance. Oh, and I blew it again. No! I had 2 chances. I forgot about the second chance.
That's not what I do. Please let go. I'm uncomfortable.
I mean, I'll spoil it for you a little bit. So this round goes into overtime, right? Neither of us can score on one another. Had I scored then, this would have been over. This would have been done. So that was driving me nuts the whole game because I'm thinking to myself, I could have finished this. I had 2 chances and I blew both of them.
Actually play off me. Don't just be a man.
So
Your mom's a bitch.
I've been trying to get my brother to play this,
Shut up.
and you know, Dan, he did play a few rounds with me way back when we both first got our Rifts, because he actually has a Rift also. He hasn't done a VR game on the channel because he really doesn't use his Rift that much, because he doesn't have the proper setup for it. He doesn't have the space, and he doesn't have everything set up like I do. And I think, you know, I don't know why he didn't want to play so much. Maybe it was, I don't know if it was, I don't want to say it looked too challenging for him, because I know he can pretty much handle anything, but he just never got into it. So this is kind of a video for you, bro. I want you to see like what I see, and maybe this will get you to come back around to try it again. Because you're really missing out, dude. You're missing out on a great experience. I don't know why you really don't like this shit. Or maybe it's because you're set up and you don't have the space and you don't have, you know, everything.
Well, it's not any help that they have the most legendary goalie in the fucking world.
Get it right, dude, because you're missing out. Get a Quest. I mean, you got plenty of money. Screw it. Get the Quest. You can play on the Quest. And it actually looks better on the Quest. I think it's got better clarity through the lenses on the Quest. No cord, you know.
Punch, 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 punch.
The only downfall right now to playing Echo VR on the Quest is you can't play Echo Combat on Quest. And you know, I did another video. I did one other video for this game where I played both Combat and Arena. Looks like the first round is over. Nobody scored.
Right. Okay. Cool.
Echo Combat's great as well. It's just as good as this, in my opinion. It's just as much fun. You just can't play it on Quest right now. It will be available soon.
Did he really ride me the whole time?
I'm sure.
Clear.
Kind of a shitty clear. No, not too bad. I kind of got it through.
No.
So we're in a stalemate. We're deadlocked. I mean, they can't score on us. We can't score on them.
It's up to you,
Even when we get it close, they save it. When they get it close, we save it.
Dude, he has to be lagging.
He's shocked right now. One of the other things you can do in the game is you can flip upside down, and some people use that to their advantage, you know, really well. You can spin in place. You can do all kinds of tricky things. I've actually thrown the disc behind my back into goals before. There's a lot of different like trick shots you can do, different techniques you can use that make the game really exciting. That once you get really good, you can start learning these things and doing these things.
He's gonna do this. He's just gonna do that the whole time, even though it takes me time.
Oh, I missed the grab there.
Yeah, well, I haven't time, so.
And that picture of Mia, my stepdaughter, in my face cam box there, that drives me nuts. That you can see that. I mean, she was a cute baby, but I forgot to take that down.
Oh, you dropped it.
Oh, what did you do, man? Oh, and I missed it too.
Is he gonna hit double ulti?
Yeah.
We might.
There's only 10 seconds in the middle.
Nice. So you can grab and push off the wall, but you can also, if you time it just right, you can kind of smack the wall and it propels you off the wall or off an object. So you want to hit the button at just the right time, and it gives you a little boost.
I've been around 502, but. Red.
I hope I want to showcase this game as best I can, and I hope I'm showing you guys why it's so great. For those of you that haven't played this game, even for those of you who have, that may haven't played it in a while, or just may love the game and just may want to see more of it. I hope I'm showing you enough to get you into the to the point where if you don't have a headset, you buy one. I mean, you're missing out. If you love video games and you're fascinated by VR and stuff, this is the game to play. It takes some time to learn it, but this is well worth getting a Quest or getting a gaming computer and a Rift S, because you can't get the CV1 anymore. I'm telling you, it's just awesome. It's so much fun. It never gets old. I really thoroughly enjoy this game so much, and there's so many people who are diehard fans of the game that agree with me. You know, this is a special experience. I don't know of any other game that truly feels like you're playing a sport in your living room, and this is that kind of a thing. But you have to have, I mean, you do have to have enough space to play in, because you need enough room to be able to move around, and even the space that I have is not quite large enough. I constantly punch my couch, or I'm punching the ceiling, or the wall, or something, you know, that I didn't realize was there, or I'll punch one of my sensors because I need sensors to play. So you need to have enough space. You do need to have certain things, you know, enough room for a play area. You need to have the equipment and all. But if you can get those things, I would say do it. Absolutely do it. Oh, you tried a little spin move there. Didn't work.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, triple overtime. Wall. Oh, game over. Time up. So I think we're in second overtime, or maybe even third now. So this is why I wanted to show you this game, because this particular match, we're in like double or triple overtime now.
Got to clear.
Oh, you know what? I'm kind of ready for bed. Let's just get this over with.
You gonna score on yourself, or you gonna like this?
No.
I think this is triple overtime. Let me see. Yeah, it's got to be triple. We're having a great game. Don't give up. And one of the people in the game at this point wants to leave.
Score it! You got it! You got it, bro! You got it!
Come on, come on. You got it.
No, he
What are you
doesn't.
doing, man? Oh!
What's
You had a chance to finish it there, and he blew it. Of course. And that's the other thing that happens a lot, is if you hold on to the disc for too long, someone just comes and takes it from you. Because you can't move as fast with the disc as you can without it. So there's always going to be somebody who rushes up on you and grabs it. So you always got to be aware of who's around, you know, and just kind of have like a sixth sense of, you know, when it's too late, you know, when you've held it for too long.
Oh!
Oh, come on. I'm so ready for that.
20 seconds.
Right over there.
Oh man, crazy.
Just get in. No.
Oh man.
Going through a whole nother.
Round 4 OT.
Oh shit.
Round 4 OT.
Hey, you guys got it. I'm just scared, you know.
We're in quadruple overtime, right? So now we've gone to 4 OTs.
Whoa.
Yeah? Oh, Jesus.
Grab it if I couldn't hold on to it.
Stealing it constantly, left and right.
And couldn't keep it.
This guy is trying to slide around on the ground. Didn't work out.
Okay, if you want to get it over, let us go on it.
These are the best games when you've got evenly matched teams. You know, sometimes it's a very lopsided experience where you've got one team just crushing the other team depending on who's on whose team. But this was just right where, you know, it was a stalemate.
Clear.
Damn it! Bad clear. Oh, I blew the clear. See, that happens a lot. I panic a lot. And I don't really, because I'm always afraid someone's going to come and just take it from me, someone that I don't see. So I'm always constantly just grabbing it and chucking it. And I should have focused a little bit better on where I need to get the disc to. I was doing that a lot with trying to score goals. Look at that. Like I would just As soon as I get the disc, I would just launch it at the goal. I've been pretty good recently about trying to stay calm and taking my time and not just rushing shots.
He intercepted it.
No. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Finally. They scored on us. Yep. So this was actually a loss for me. We lost this game, and it was my fault because earlier in the match I could have scored and won, but then it wouldn't have turned into this long, whole big thing that, you know, was a really cool experience. So it's all good. But at the last second, it almost went into 5 overtimes.
It is time to go.
Okay, now it's time.
It was like seconds away from going into a 5th overtime. So that was really cool. All right, so that's it. I know the video was kind of long, and I do that a lot where these videos are way too long. But I really wanted to showcase the game, show some of the better matches that I had. I hope I did the game justice. I really hope that I showed you, I portrayed the game in a good light, and there are some things about it that aren't so great with, you know, the kids being able to play now. It's unbelievable how many kids now have access to the game with the release of the Quest. You know, back in the day when it was just on the Rift, you had to have a really expensive gaming setup, and there were still kids that could get their hands on it, you know, through their parents or whatever, let them play. But now it's just like, it's incredible how many younger people can play the game, and you do tend to get some matches that are kind of screwy with you know, kids yelling and screaming and just acting stupid, and you can always just leave the game or mute them. But again, for the millionth time, this game is one of the coolest VR games I've ever played. It is my favorite online multiplayer competitive game. And I guess you can say any multiplayer game is competitive, but this feels like a sport that you're playing in your living room. And the moment I played the game, I was like shocked. Like, wow, this is something I've never experienced before. So for those of you that have never played, first of all, never played VR. If you've never done VR before, play this first, because you feel like you're flying around and you'll just be laughing. Like I remember when I was laughing to myself, you know, I was cracking up. You know, you can talk to other people. It's actually a very social experience just by hanging out in the lobby. You can talk to people from all over the world. The lobby, I didn't get a chance to show you much. You can play darts in there. There's a lot of different things to do in the lobby, places to cruise around and explore. And next up, I'm going to show you Echo Combat. Probably won't be for a little while because I have other projects, other things to work on. So sorry that I haven't been able to do a lot of videos. We tried doing some, you know, some live streaming things just to see how that goes, and they went okay for us, but not, you know, nothing spectacular. So we're going to bounce back and forth. We'll continue to do our videos like this, and we'll continue to do live streams when we can. And you know what? We're not making any money. You know, I do this for fun, and we have our 2,000 subscribers, and we're really thankful for anyone that is a loyal subscriber that actually likes to watch our stuff and gets some enjoyment out of it. We try to show you different things, different games, and we'll continue to do that. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this one. That was Echo VR, Echo Arena on the Oculus Rift. It's also available on the Quest. I believe you can also play it on HTC Vive, but you have to use Revive, and I think it's not a great experience because of the controllers. You really do need Rift controllers to play it right. And yeah, I had fun making this video. It took a while to get some decent matches to show you. I had to go through a series of games before I could get some games that I thought were worthy of putting on a video. So yeah, that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the game. If you've played it before, if you've never played it before, if you think this game is cool, if this video kind of got you into, you know, the mindset of wanting to get it. Love to hear your thoughts. I would love if you would subscribe. Please, it would be great if you would subscribe, not to beg or anything, but we need subscribers. We need loyal subscribers who want to click on that notification bell and watch our stuff, because we spend a lot of time doing it. And my cat is clawing the screen trying to get in, so I gotta let her in. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll be back soon with more videos, more games to play on Double Dragon Gaming. Thanks so much. Take it easy.